Let's talk about Christopher Dunn, the guy who spent more than 30 years in prison after being wrongfully convicted. So he was just recently released a few days ago. There was a lot of there was actually I was actually going to do this story on something else regarding him because they actually tried not to release him even though they had found out that he was innocent. So for whatever reason, uh, the judge was trying to keep him in jail. I guess that got overturned before I can do this this video. So we're gonna watch a newly released interview from him describing kind of where he's at mentally. Uh, I couldn't even imagine. 30 years. Let's check this out. It's Ricky Rich for Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
CBS Mornings, we are talking with Christopher Dunn, the man who spent more than 30 years behind bars after being wrongfully convicted of murder. After a roller coaster legal battle, the Missouri Supreme Court paved the way for Dunn's release, and now he is a free man. Dunn and his wife sat down with Aaron Moriarty to talk about what life looks like now.
There's a world I haven't seen in 34 years. To see the trees move, to see other people walking, see automobiles driving by. That's life.
Christopher Dunn is, in a sense, a real-life Rip Van Winkle, seeing the world with new eyes after 3 decades behind bars.
I still can't believe this is actually true.
Dunn was convicted of the 1990 murder of 15-year-old Rico Rogers. The only evidence against him was the testimony of 2 children. One was 12, the other 14, who claimed they saw Dunn shoot Rogers.
What was the worst part?
Waking up every day in prison and thinking to yourself, this is another day that your life don't matter, that you would have been better off if dead.
Even after both witnesses recanted, saying they were coerced by police, Dunn remained behind bars.
What did you miss the most while you were in prison?
I guess the hardest thing to go without is the security of my family. I had some family members that were able to come to the prison and some that weren't. I have nephews I haven't seen since they were 1 year old.
But Dunn, who always maintained his innocence, believed he'd someday be released.
When the system chooses to throw you away, you have to ask yourself if you're willing to just settle for it or you're going to fight for it.
While his fight for freedom is finally over, he says he will be living with the scars for a long time.
I'm 52, about to turn 53. The world has changed. It was not going to wait for me.
Still, Dunn has something many inmates don't.
So, this is really the first time these last 24 hours that the 2 of you have been together as man and wife.
Yes, it is.
Kira Dunn was a journalist once assigned to cover his story. She's now his wife.
I don't think we really are believing it's real. We feel like we're dreaming. We said to each other, if we wake up the next morning and it's still happening, then we can start to believe it. But I think we're still struggling to believe it.
They will get to know each other as Dunn navigates an alien world.
This world right here to me is so foreign that I need a passport to enter it.
Is that how you feel?
That is wild. That was a powerful, wild statement. He said this place, this world, the place that he is in is so foreign that he feels like he needs a passport to be there.
Yeah.
Sure, because you got to think. I left the institution with only the paperwork that held me in prison. They didn't give me nothing.
That's all you own in the world.
That's all.
I know you haven't been out very long, but is there anything that has really surprised you?
Yeah. When my wife gave me these things here, I looked at the price tag. It scared me. There's no way in the world I'd have paid this much money on a shirt, a pair of pants, and the shoes.
Because you're still living on the prices back from 1990.
Exactly.
What Dunn does have are a lot of dreams. First on the list, a baseball game in Chicago.
You're a St. Louis man and you love the Chicago Cubs?
All day, every day. Get mad if you want to. Sorry, St. Louis, but it is what it is.
So do you want to go see a Cubs game?
I'm going to go see a Cubs game. Oh, yes.
Is that important? What else do you want to do? What are like those bucket list things that you now can do?
Honestly, I don't have a bucket list. I got a pail. I got a pail.
And that pail includes skydiving, scuba diving, and driving across the country to California because that's where Chris and his wife want to celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary. Nate?
Yeah, you got a lot of things to make up for. It's been a long time. So they've been married for 10 years, and they've never lived together. That's a big adjustment for anybody. Are they worried about that?
They are aware. Of course, I pushed them a little bit on that, and they know the odds are against them. But they've been through so much over the last 10 years. They said that a few, and I'm quoting, a few dirty socks on the floor won't bother them. I'm hoping that's all they encounter.
Aaron, you mentioned the underlying crime, Rika Rogers. What are your thoughts about where that now stands with these events?
Oh, Major, that is really a sad part of this. Not only did Chris Dunn lose a major part of his life, but there was no justice for Rico Rogers. Whoever killed him that night went free. And so there's no justice for him either. It's a lose-lose here.
You know, Aaron, you mentioned that he will be living with scars for a very long time from his time in prison and this whole experience. Did you feel as though that he's ready to just let go of that and really move on?
I don't know, Christine, if you can do that easily. He's a very, very smart man. I've spoken to him extensively when he was also in prison. But imagine 34 years, how much he's missed out on. He has his GED. He never got the education he wanted. I think he's got a long road ahead of him.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. Thank you so much.
What do y'all think, man? Man. That's tough. He's got hey, his spirit, that's a strong man right there. That's all I can say. I know I watched a interview before. I didn't watch this interview. I had watched a regular news segment on it. And he talked a little bit on that, and he said when it came to like a lawsuit, he wasn't really interested in doing and suing the city. I think they said something about him actually not being able to sue because in order to file a lawsuit there had to be some sort of DNA evidence or something like that that exonerates you from the crime. Like that's the only way to, like, just people recanting their statement and stuff like that, I guess is not enough. It's enough for you to go free, but it's not enough for you to sue. And he said he wasn't really interested in suing. He just wanted to get back, or get back to his life, get the rest of his life going. And I thought that was pretty powerful. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine being in jail from 18 to 52 and coming out into this world. I mean, just over the last 5 years, this world has changed dramatically, right? Through the pandemic and everything, like this world is just much more chaotic than it was 5 years ago. And I'm sure people 5 years ago was saying the same thing about the previous 5 years, but 34 years is insane. And for him to even have the spirits to smile, I wouldn't even be wanting to talk to anybody about this. I'd just be wanting, hey, run me my money and leave me alone. What do y'all think? How would y'all react? Y'all let me know in the comments, all right? Just wild. Just a wild story, but unfortunately, we know this happens more often than it's talked about. And it's, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Someone got away with murder. And if they were, if they stayed in that life much longer, the reason why they probably never got caught was because they probably got knocked off before they could. So there's that. I don't think they went on. They may have, but I doubt they went on to live a prosperous and happy life, whoever that was. But someone got away with murder. The family didn't get justice, and this guy got 34 years taken from him. And it's just unfortunate. But I'm glad to see my boy Christopher Dunn, man. I'm glad to see he's in high spirits. More power to you. Stay strong and keep doing your thing out there. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, it's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.